now found the people were awake. We were so amazed.
We are nocturnal in Saudi Arabia. But like she was talking about the wildlife you have in Africa, we are like your wildlife. We wake up at night. Our eyes pop out at night.
And we want to commend the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's visionary leadership under the stewardship of His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister, and congratulate the Kingdom for hosting the 9th edition of the Future Investment Initiative, a premier global platform that continues to shape the world's economic investment agenda.
Thank you. That's a vote of confidence. We will use that in our courts. We'll say you said that.
And Your Excellency, you know that Saudi Arabia and Uganda have walked a long journey together.
Absolutely.
Historical friendship, historical ties, and therefore I would like to reiterate the progress in strengthening our cooperation, particularly in investment, trade, and industrial development. And the growing partnership reflects a shared commitment to mutual prosperity and aligns perfectly with the Saudi Vision 2030 and the Uganda Vision 2040. The collaboration between our two countries has a big potential. And I would also like, Your Excellency, to express Uganda's deep appreciation to the Ministry of Investment for your continued guidance and support to Ugandan enterprises seeking to establish themselves within Saudi Arabia. And in particular, I would like to recognize Mr. Mshari Al-Muhaida.
He's the head of the Joint Business Council on the Saudi side.
Yes.
And the entire ministry team for their exceptional cooperation and professionalism in supporting the registration and operationalization of Nonda Commodities Limited, now officially licensed and operating in Riyadh as Uganda's first private coffee investment here in Saudi Arabia. That means that you took them through quality assurance, all the requirements which they needed. Until now, they have reached that
The
stage
wholesale or retail coffee?
in the market.
Huh? The retail or wholesale?
No, Your Excellency, if I may,
Yeah.
with your permission,
Implementing the value at source coffee project of 148 million US dollars integrated investment. So it's a big,
It's a big one.
relatively big project. Through Nonda's growing presence, including the Nonda Coffee Roasting and Flagship Coffee Shop in Riyadh, and the planned Jazan Coffee Terminal, our two countries are jointly pioneering a new model of value addition at source, job creation, and sustainable trade integration. We especially appreciate the Ministry's continued support in linking Nonda's initiative with the state-owned Saudi Coffee Company. The collaboration is instrumental in advancing a shared coffee value chain agenda that positions both Uganda and Saudi Arabia as strategic players in global coffee industry. And we therefore seek the Ministry's continued partnership to ensure that Nonda succeeds as a pathfinder project, one that demonstrates how African Gulf investors can co-develop resilient, mutually beneficial commodity value chains. Your Excellency, Uganda warmly invites Saudi investors under your ministry to explore joint ventures and partnerships in Uganda, especially in the following key areas: agro-processing and manufacturing, mineral development and industrial parks, science, technology, and innovation. Because, Your Excellency, these opportunities present mutual benefits, enabling Saudi to secure sustainable source bases while supporting Uganda's industrialization, job creation, and export growth. And finally, Your Excellency, Uganda stands ready to deepen its engagement with Saudi and specifically the Ministry of Investment to institutionalize this cooperation through bilateral frameworks, joint promotion missions, and investment protection. We look forward to welcoming Saudi delegations and investors to Uganda to further develop the strategic opportunities identified during this visit. Your Excellency, I once again extend Uganda's heartfelt appreciation for your enduring friendship and partnership between our two countries and for your ministry's leadership in advancing a shared investment vision. Uganda remains a reliable, stable, and strategic partner for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, ready to work hand in hand to transform vision into tangible prosperity for the people of both nations. I thank Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, thank you. In the upcoming election, and the Ugandan people continued prosperity, stability, and that Uganda continues to be a beacon of promise, hope for the region. We see sometimes in areas north of Uganda, countries that have fallen victim to strife and contrasted with the great stability under the wise leadership of your president and the government.
Thank you.
So it is really in the interest of humanity as a whole, certainly Saudi Arabia as one of the most advocates for peace and prosperity around the world, but certainly in Africa, for whom we hold great sympathy and support and love and affection. And Uganda in particular, our relationship goes to the early 70s. And the Saudi Fund for Development was started in the 1970s. And one of the first countries that they went to was Uganda. And they started developing projects to build different types of infrastructure and support in Uganda, for which we think this is the least we could do. And I think it has approached $100 million to date, and we intend to continue with this kind of We are very impressed about your economic performance. When we think of any country in the world going through the challenges in trade and geopolitical tension, to see a country like Uganda in East Africa growing at 7.6 in 2026, north of 6% in 25, We think this is just a manifestation of the indigenous capabilities in Uganda. It's human resources, natural resources. But of course, ultimately, it's also the wisdom of the leadership and the efficiency of the government of which you are the most able minister. So congratulations. And we want to be a wind in your sail to push you forward and to support you. We are reasonably satisfied with the trade that has gone up between our two countries, but we think it should go a lot further in the future, and we will work, as you said, to enable this significant project on coffee, but you used a term very strategically when you said a pathfinder. So we want to replicate it, not just in coffee, but in other. I understand you have other products that are unique, including tea and other important projects, mining. You have oil and gas in Uganda, and we want Saudi companies to help you boost these economic sectors for the benefit of the Ugandan people. We are also hopeful that we can share some of our experience in Vision 2030. Today, many countries have visions and strategies, but when you mention in the word Vision 2030, people think of Saudi Arabia. Because the way we are not, because we're the first one to have a Vision 2030. We started in 2016, but we've implemented in a very important way, and I'm sure His Excellency, the Ambassador being on the ground, is up to date on the unique implementation plan that we have done with significant strategies, government institutions that introduce. And as my colleague said, Saudis are the highest spending tourists. But we're not like the Europeans. We don't look for a beach where we lay bare to roast our skin by the sun and drink beer. This is not our tourism. Our tourism is ecotourism, nature tourism. We love safaris. We love hunting, but legal hunting, regulated hunting. So many Saudis go to